Everybody, thank you for joining me. So I'm showing you a little sneak peek here because this is the effect I'm going for. I really want a watery look in this piece in the end, and to achieve that I've decided to use mix within my paint mixtures rather than my typical go-to of Floetrol. Now that mix that you saw was from the original launch. I've heard that they have a newer formula, and this is not that formula. So here I'm showing you my colors. That actually happens to be 24K Extreme Sheen, but when it is mixed with mix, when it's in the cup like that, you don't really see that really darker shimmery. That's a very, very dark blue gray that I made. I have two other shades of blue, all in different levels of intensity, dark, somewhat dark, sort of medium, and then a lighter color. And there I'm showing you the thickness of my paint right there. Look at my friends, that is mound on a mound on a mound. There's a few mounds going on there. All right, but mix is that way, my friend. Mix is very thick and very creamy. It's fantastic. So I'm showing you this empty ice cream container. Now this is not regular ice cream. It's dairy free, it's vegan, and it also does not contain refined sugar. Fun fact about me, I have not eaten refined sugar in over 2 years. It also does not contain artificial sweeteners because those are very bad for you too. I'm a bit of a health nut, friends. That's right. That's, I guess, another fun fact about me. But the reason I'm showing you this container is because I'm actually going to be filling it with my paints. That's right, because I'm using a canvas that's 20 inch by 20 inch. It's fairly large, and I don't actually happen to have, at this moment in time, a big plastic cup to layer my paints into. So I'm using that empty ice cream cup. I don't normally show this on my videos, but I actually level check all of my canvases. And this is because my painting surface is not 100% level. And I use the screw-in hooks that Gina DeLuca so cleverly figured out as a way to be able to quite easily and quickly level out your canvases if you're dealing with a surface that is not level. And you can do this by adjusting how far in each one screws in or taking it back out a little bit. You can even adjust a minute amount, quarter of a turn, half turn, a third of a turn. Okay, you get the idea, my friends. You can really fine-tune that and get your paintings to be level. Complete genius on Gina DeLuca's part for thinking of that. And yay to her. I'm sure anyone who needs to utilize that appreciates to no end that she discovered that and shared it with the world. So here you see me filling up my paint cup in the very typical way that we normally go about doing when we are going to be doing a ring pour. And again, my friends, this is part of a collaboration, and each of the artists within this collaboration are using the blue color palette as per the guidelines, but we're each doing a different technique so that you can see a different style within the genre of acrylic pouring, all for your entertainment and viewing pleasure. So go ahead and give us thumbs up. Make sure you watch all the artist videos within this collaboration because everyone is presenting something wonderful for you to feast your eyes on. And there I am pouring out what is going to be my pillow puddle. It does help to pour out or to spread out, to tilt out your real puddle pour. If you put a pillow down or a flood coat, in this case I put the pillow down, and then ahead I will put on some flow extender, which you'll see. So here I am, another fun fact. I've only mentioned this in one other video and you may not have seen that, so I'll probably mention it now and then. I'm actually right-handed. But you can see that wall right on the other side of my left hand and elbow. So there's nowhere really for me to place my camera over there so that I could use my right hand. So I actually have had to train myself so that I can get good footage of my ring and straight pours so that you can see the beauty of them coming out the cups. I've had to train myself to pour out my left hand. This was really challenging at first for me, and they did not come out well at all at first, but I'm so used to this now that even though I'm right-handed, I actually don't do as good of a job typically if I pour a ring pour out with my right hand. Although I do love to do it sometimes, and I do so if I can change my pouring location, but I seldom change my pouring location. So here we go. Now, my ending didn't come out perfect, but thanks to Mina Villegas and the skewer technique, I'm able to correct that, as are a lot of other artists. And everyone that I have found out had bad middles until they saw Mina do that is so grateful to her for figuring that out and sharing it with the rest of the world. So thank you, Mina. I had seen Sarah Mac do so many ring pours, and she typically has beautiful, beautiful endings to her pours, and she hardly ever has to make a correction. And I had never actually seen her make a correction until well after I'd seen Mina do it. So I never could correct my middles. I just didn't have it in my awareness. Like, there was nothing I had learned to correct them. And I wasn't as good at it, never was as good at it as Sarah Mac, all right? So I was able to save many a ring pour once Mina came forth with a video on that, and I saw it one fine day, and it completely changed how my ring pours or my straight pours come out. So thank you, Mina. Thank you, Mina. Thank you, Sarah, for teaching me ring pours and straight pours in the first place. And thank you, Gina DeLuca, for your handy hook technique for leveling out your canvases when you are dealing with an unlevel surface. So many beautiful artists out there that have brought so many wonderful things to everyone else. And then there's so many wonderful artists now that have emerged from the various things that were taught by the people who really broke a lot of ground within this pouring genre. I know we're all thankful to all of them and the ones who have influenced us the most. And of course, I'm thankful to my painting friends, my little tribe of painting friends who I tend to pal around with and collab with. We have so much fun together. Okay, so I was putting some flow extender around there, and there I'm using the torch just to pop air bubbles. If you use silicone in your paints, then the torch helps to bring the silicone up to the surface, helping you to get that cell formation. If you do not use silicone, then it just pops air bubbles, which is very handy for the reasons that it is. So here I am doing my initial swipes. You can see in between each one, I'm giving a little bit of a thought, a little bit of a eyeball, where do I really want this to kind of go? But then I just go for it. I get a general idea in my mind, and then I just kind of go for it. I don't try to go too carefully, worried if it takes an exact path. You know, and either way can yield to good or bad results. I've had some where I've really tried really hard and that really did make a difference and I got great results, but I also had times where it really didn't work out in the painting. And I've also had the times where I just kind of went for it, didn't think as much about it. And I've had the same type of results either way with that too. Sometimes it's worked out beautifully, other times it really didn't work out at all. But you know, you kind of just have to go for it and see and experiment. And I think we each find our way to the type of activities within our paintings that yield to good results more of the time than not. So part of that is just developing a skill that works for yourself as your own unique artist, because it's never going to be exactly the same between any two artists, and in a way you don't want it to be. Even if someone is someone that you idealize and you like their work and you want to learn from them, you're still never going to be able to be 100% the way that they are, because they've got their own little nuances within their own way of moving and how they execute different things. And in a way, you want your own little bit of a look. Now, look at how this is spreading out over this canvas. Now, this footage is sped up. This is not regular speed, but you can tell it still looks like I'm tilting fairly slowly. I would say the footage here is either 2 or 4 times the speed of normal, but look at how beautiful the wrecked parts of this painting came out, and the composition is completely gorgeous. So here are some close-ups. We're going to see the beautiful watery effect that was created with mix. I love Floetrol. I use it usually, but I really wanted mix for this one because I really wanted it to look like water. And mix totally was there for me in the way that I had intended. Look at the beautiful layering of the colors and look at the movement. This really does give the feel of water, and that is what I wanted. Look at that, my friends. Absolutely beautiful. Mix was the perfect choice for what I wanted to create in this painting. So let me know in the comments below what you think, how you assess this, how it lands for you. And if you are watching here, well, whether it's live with us on the day of premiere for this beautiful collaboration, or whether it's playback, remember there's a few different artists in this collaboration. Make sure you see everyone. We're all doing a different technique, but we're using the same blues and the same parameters within the collaboration. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. So yes, I'm incredibly pleased with what mix did for me within what my aim was. Now, there are a lot of results I tend to look for that mix would not be good for, but for this, or for something where you really want the intricacy of the colors just kind of weaving over each other like that, look at that. That's mix, my friends. That is beautiful if that is what you want. So know what your different mixing mediums will do for you, and play around and learn and experiment. And remember that up next is Janja. Her link is below in the description, as are the links of all of the other artists within this beautiful blues collaboration. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you here at my channel next time.